Yeah.
we got action.
Of course,
You
that's
know
my
this
guy.
man.
That's my guy. That's my Queen's representative right there.
Royce, you also declined a
I
skit from me
gave.
as well, Royce. I've been trying to shoot a skit with you for about 3 years, Royce. You also declined one as well. You
Why
said
would
the
I
same
want
thing. You said
Why
the
would I
same thing,
want
and I just wanted to rap with you. You said I don't want to be rapping, and I had to take it. Remember?
This don't work on me. This don't work on me. Flip.
What? I'm not doing this. Do
Yeah,
you remember or not?
Yeah, no, I remember,
You,
but I mean, come on, man. That's kind of like, that's not characteristic of what, you know.
that's what you said.
He wanted to come, Joe. He wanted to come to my studio and like
Yep.
stage like a fake. Yeah, like.
And
No,
wrestle.
I didn't. No, Royce. Hold on, Royce.
Yeah,
Don't lie. I said I want to battle you in a rap. That's what I said. Don't say I wanted to wrestle you. I wasn't hugging niggas then. I was battling.
That was the first thing you wanted to do. But yeah, the battle thing too. I didn't want to do that either, man.
Yeah, you don't want to do nothing. It's all right. Hey.
No, because I thought we were doing a video. I thought we was gonna do the interview.
What?
See, but hey, Flip, I just did this. Listen to me. See how people can support you but not be into what you're doing. Like,
I love Flip the script. I just don't know if I can measure up to all the decorated street legends and shit. But
Hold on. This makes me my money. Let's be careful. This makes me money. This is why I'm becoming successful and the support. So let's not downplay what I do, please. Please,
we'll never do that. We'll never do that.
I don't want to downplay.
I love both of you.
Nah,
please.
I'm never downplaying.
It may not be for either one of you, but allow me to shine.
Oh man, I love seeing you shine.
No. I support. Yeah, how much money you getting off these fucking skits?
You know what? I gotta thank you real quick, Joe, and I gotta thank Royce. You see, Royce encouraged me to flip the script to another level. And then when you had that situation with Spotify, a big deal was on the table for me because of you. And I had to thank you for that, Joe. You my man.
Yo, finally a thank you.
I had to thank you.
Is that the only one you got?
Well, no, I had 2 deals on the table, but at the same time,
No, I didn't mean you,
no,
Flip. I meant Joe. Like that. You don't.
Oh, get him.
Thank you for that.
Oh, hell yeah. Listen, my little beefs with the companies be putting a lot of deals on other tables. A lot of
Steve Rifkins, you know, I spoke to everybody over there, and when you left, they came like, okay. I was excited. Thank you.
Yeah, no, what Joe did and then what Chappelle did was right on time. That shit was like in order. Boom, boom, boom. Empowered the creator.
Nah, I like that.
Joe, I wanted to get on your live because you was answering relationship questions earlier, so I had one. I was talking.
Oh, give it to me.
I was having a conversation with my son last night, and I posed the question: What's more difficult, being single or being in a relationship? But as a creator, what's more difficult? I know what my answer is. I'm just curious to see what Charles is. You can feel free to answer too, Flip.
Why don't you say yours first?
Huh?
Why don't you say yours first?
Well, no, I'll say mine first. I think as a creator, because that changes everything.
It's more difficult being single?
It's definitely being single.
Yep.
100%. No doubt about it. It's tough to get centered single. Like it's a lot of distraction. You all over the place. Then it just pulls your creative juices in a different direction. Right? That's all. But like when you're in a relationship, like a happy one, I'm talking about a good one, then yeah, it's a help. It just helps to ease the brain, keeps you focused.
I agree. I mean, I've been married for a long time, like 14 years. I've been married, and you know, my wife, she stays out my way when it comes to my business. But when I need her, or when it's down to the, you know, when it's crunch time, she's there to motivate me the best way she can, and it puts me in a better space to make easier decisions to do something. Even though if my mind is made up, or if I may do something else, her being there or her seeing and knowing the grind and come up, she's able to keep me centered, even when I'm feeling myself a little bit much. Yeah.
Hey, how do you know when
Well,
you're
you
feeling
feeling
yourself too
yourself too
much?
much when
That was a good little line.
you get a big check and then somebody in the family or somebody around you talk to you and you just looking at them like they're crazy. You don't respond the same. You can't have this conversation with me when before I would have that conversation with them. So yeah, then you start feeling yourself. You start walking your nuts.
I think we spend too much time, way too much time, trying to humble ourselves.
You think so?
That shit is not as important as we make it out to be, man. Especially not in this business. People are not working with people based off of how kind-natured they are. It's like when you're hot, the phone rings. When you stop being hot, it doesn't matter how on time you are or how cool you are. People not gonna work with you. I mean, I tell my son, be kind to others. But just do that just on some human shit. But don't do it. Don't do it because it's a fucking prerequisite to, like I'm good at something, so I got to make you feel okay about it too. It's like I just am more than I am.
Can I ask you a question, Royce? And I always want when I go back and do my research on you, because I am going to get you on the couch, flip the script, and you have some words with me. When did this change come? Because you wasn't always like this. You suffered. You had some different issues that you was going through. When did you become? I guess I don't want to use the word woke because we use it loosely. But when did you become, I guess, centered with oneself to be able to teach? Because you can speak and I'll listen. If you spoke like 12, 15 years ago, probably like, oh, this guy's crazy. You was rocket launches and all that crazy stuff, but you're doing good. So what I'm saying, when did you? How did this happen? How did the transition happen?
When I got sober. I got sober like almost 10 years ago, and I started going to therapy. It's just therapy.
Therapy helped you.
Huh?
You saying that therapy helped you?
Yeah, therapy. I think every black person needs therapy. Every single black person. It's not possible for you to exist as a foundational black American in America and not need therapy, even if you think you don't. We all PTSD. So there's things that we have that we're carrying around, and we need to learn how to articulate what those things are and how those things affect us. And then we all can stand to benefit a great deal just being able to do that. You know what I mean? So especially as an artist, like I'm finding myself as a man, but I'm also finding myself as an artist. I'm evolving as an artist.
And the same thing with you, Joe. I mean, people do know what you came from, but I know a little more because I was around at that time in the beginning. The transition, how things changed for you drastically.
Yeah, it was a horror.
Yeah. Things changed for you drastically. So when did you realize? Like, did you ever? Because you went through a lot of up and down emotions. I know personally. Did you ever seek therapy, or when did you realize that you had to just change and become more of a businessman and do better? Like, what was the change for you? That's the.
I have multiple
I didn't know that.
therapists.
I didn't know you guys had that. Wow.
I have 3 and 4 therapists like there's 3 and 4 lawyers, because you learn every therapist don't specialize in everything, right? So there's relationship therapists, there's therapists that deal a little better with addiction. Then there's therapists that may have more like celebrity clientele, so they just have a wider view on things, and maybe their views align with where you at in life. Like there's a few of them. So, and I agree with everything Royce said. Like, people make the mistake, black people especially, of thinking that you go to therapy because something is wrong. Wrong. You go to therapy when everything is right. You go to therapy when everything is fine. You call your therapist. You just maintain a relationship, because that's what it is. It's not just, you can't treat it like a 911. Like, hey, emergency, get me out of this real quick, right? So I think for me, when I stopped the pills, things got a lot better.
I want to share. I was like, and just side note, I be talking to, I was telling Adrian Broner the same thing as far as therapy, and I talk to AB a lot, and I'm trying to get him to go to cleanse himself, to cleanse his mind, to get back focused, because I feel like our environment also plays a role, people around us. So I'm happy that you guys are saying this, and hopefully he sees this, because he laughs at me when I say, yo, AB, go detox yourself, but go somewhere. You need, talk to somebody to sort of get your mind together, because you're talented, and you're allowing yourself to be, succumb through all the negativity around you. So I'm happy.
Yeah, but Flip, that's the other thing about therapy. You can't force somebody to do
But
it.
I want to help my friends, man. Like to
Right.
watch somebody that's talented, I want to help my friends, bro. That's just me. I want to help. Like I feel like
It's a
Me
tough
too.
job, bro. It's a tough job to be that talented and from this kind of environment. Like, it's not an environment that was created for you to succeed. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, therapy itself, like, just the idea of it is so stigmatized. Like,
do,
I launched a
Mm-hmm.
foundation where I'm giving therapy away. I'm giving healthcare away to people, and they won't take it. You know what I mean? Like, Black people in our communities. There's
do,
some sort of
Wow.
stigma associated with it that just, like, we can't seem to figure out. You know what I mean? So really, to me, it's just about normalizing the shit. Like Joe said, it ain't even really about going to see somebody when you feel like something is wrong, but just normalizing the process of just self-care
do,
and communicating. Communication is a motherfucker, man. You know
real
what I'm
quick,
saying? Like,
I want to ask you a question,
Mm-hmm.
OG. Do you think that a lot of times that people money comes too fast for them and they're thrown into a life before they have chance to heal or understand what's really going on, so they still go back to what they know? Like a lot of times, a lot of people, they gradually change, they gradually see things, but like the young people or whoever, like when they get money, when they get these situations so fast, they don't have time to adjust or have time to talk to anybody or have time to better for themselves. So even though they got all this money, all they know how to do is go back and do what they know or do what they imagine instead of really understanding what is going on. Do you think that's an issue as well? Like, I feel like, oh, when I said this, I feel like these labels, and I'm going aside, but when they sign these individuals, it should be in the
It's
contract,
fine.
in my opinion, some sort of therapy, some sort of things to remove them, some sort of therapy, some sort of home in a different area, just to remove them from their environment so they can be able to do better. That's just, it sounds crazy, but I think something needs to be put in place. I don't know. I know I sound crazy.
that's it's crazy that
But
sounds crazy to you. You know what I mean? And one thing we got to stop doing is just, we got to stop looking at these labels, these corporations. We got to stop looking to them to build up. And we got to stop looking for them to care about us. That's our job. That's our job, to care about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm glad you said that, because I'm working on something right now, mentorship in my studio, where young artists can come here and get all of that therapy, all of the shit that they need, because getting into this environment, of course, you're not going to have financial literacy. You're not going to be prepared for none of the things that come your way. But almost again, go broke at least once, probably twice, probably three times. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we get fucking sensationalized so much. Everything we do, like, front page news. Oh, look at all the money that these niggas is spending. Oh, look at all of the money that they blew. Look at all of the stupid spending that they're doing. Look at all of the. But who the fuck taught us how to do anything? You know what I mean? We basically learning trial and error. Everything is trial and error. And some of us are lucky enough to make it through that shit, and most of us are not. You know, so the mentorship, that's what I think. I think successful is now your duty to pass down information to the generation. Otherwise, you can't consider yourself successful. It's got to be part of it. There can't be a information disconnect from generation to generation. The whole OGs versus the young nigga shit, that's the corniest shit ever. Like, the OGs gotta
super corny.
earn that title. You gotta earn that title. You can't just be an old nigga. You gotta apply everything, all of the mistakes that you made, they can't go in vain. You gotta apply that shit to the environment so youngins won't make the same mistakes, and they'll get a better shot. They'll be able to achieve things way earlier than we did, because it took me and Joe 20 years to build anything or do anything. You know what I mean? 3 record deals a piece
Word.
before we were able to build anything tangible, because we came into this motherfucker thinking so short-sighted. You know what I mean? So,
You guys are the man. And
Yeah. Royce killing that
He
shit, yo.
is.
They don't teach you how to get money, and they don't
Hey,
teach
yo,
you what to
Royce,
do with it.
I do one more thing. I do need some advice. You know, and don't. There's a lot going on. The LBGT community is coming at me right now.
Q plus.
Sorry,
I'm gonna do that on my live.
LGBTQ plus
LGBTQ plus
community. All right,
Thank
hold on,
you.
slow down, nigga.
And you ain't even got to bring up what you did. I seen that shit you did.
You
Why
think
you
I
did
did something wrong as well?
Ooh, what you do?
How? He don't feel
You was
away.
wrong.
What you do?
But that's the
I don't
problem. We
care.
always try to jump out the
You was
window for
wrong.
others. That man is fine. It was therapy for him. It was therapy for him, nigga.
No, you wasn't. No, but that's for him. Listen, in that situation with him, probably cool, but you should still have the information so you don't run into
So
that
let me tell Royce.
situation again
So
with nobody else.
I don't watch Power.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Power after Ghost died. I got upset. So I interviewed G Money. Kept saying, "Yo, interview this guy named Zeke. He's going viral." So we get Zeke up there. Daniel Lee Bellamy, and good guy. Let me just say that. So Daniel is up there, and we're talking about basketball. And then just for some reason, because he was in the basketball team and he left basketball for drama, I asked him about girls. I said, "So how was girls in high school?" He started stuttering and doing all that. I didn't really have. So I said, "Wait, you didn't have any girls?" Like, I started to inquire more. Then he said that he's a single individual right now. Then he elaborated on after being a single individual, he said that he's open to things and he wants to fall in love with somebody who loves him for him. So I said, "Yo, bro, I asked him, are you gay? Like, are you ashamed to say you gay?" Hold on, listen, I'm just learning this. I have two people on my platform, Flip the Network, Jakari and Moon. One is an androgynous male, the other one
Do
is...
you travel?
Hold on. One is an androgynous male, the other one is gay, Jakari and Moon. I'm just learning about these things. We're not taught this where I'm come from. I'm not taught these things. I'm learning. So I'm in inquire minds wonder. I didn't try to insult him or disrespect him. I was learning. I was learning. How I'm gonna learn if I don't ask?
Okay. Kind of
Now I'm
backlash.
gonna get that Joe. It's Joe, man.
Flip. Kind of backlash.
So they backlash because they feel like that. It was like and even in the interview he said, "I'm fine. This conversation is necessary." He was good. They felt like I'm forcing him to disclose his sexuality status. I was forcing him to come out, like I put pressure on him. I didn't. You can't pressure somebody. How?
You did put pressure on him.
Exactly
Okay, I did put. He was okay. All right.
But can you?
That wasn't my intention. I learned from him.
Can you see where it could have came off?
I can see. But what I'm saying, he doesn't. He didn't have an issue with it. He's not upset. Everybody else is upset because this whole cancel thing. And I'm fine with it. I love it. It gets me excited. But what I'm saying is that it wasn't intentional. The only thing that I agree with Daniel about is when he said that you have to stop using the word crazy at people because you don't know that their mental state. Now in my neighborhood, you crazy. So at first when we talked about the crazy thing, I said, I don't give a fuck about that. I say what I want. But then I turned around, I thought about it, I said, Flip, that's not mature. If you want to grow, understand him. I listened. I understood him, and I said, you know what? I will be mindful of using the word crazy. But asking somebody how was girls in high school, and then he's not answering it and asking him like, okay, so how we can have the conversation?
Just use it as a teachable moment, Flip. You got a platform, man. Along with that comes.
I know.
That's all.
They attacking me on Twitter, yo. They going crazy. I love it though.
Nah, they should.
They don't stop. What you mean? Joe, you my family, Joe. Word. So why you supposed to want to help me? See, that's the problem with the OGs like you. Why you ain't call to help me? Yo, Flip, yo. Why you ain't give me some advice?
Listen, bro. Entitlement.
No.
Entitlement is a motherfucker, and accountability is a motherfucker. It's something disarming and liberating about somebody just being like, you know what? I'm sorry.
I am, but